Hey, it's Nicole Johnson, and the family's away, and I gotta get supper on. Figured I'd turn the video on and show you what we're doing here. It's beef stroganoff. Well, beefless, because I am vegan. You can do the same thing with non-vegan stuff. I have about 6 cups of water boiling. I flavored it with about a tablespoon of that, and then I added spices, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and we'll put some of that in there. That's to flavor the water. Over here, I have fried up a pack of mushrooms and some onions kind of caramelized. We're going to add those in later. First, we're going to take egg-free ribbons. You can do egg ribbons. And pour it into your flavored boiling water like you would normally cook pasta. You're going to add a little bit of this down too. Alright, let's give that a stir. Oops, onion on the stove. Gets messy. So we're going to cook that like you would normally boil pasta. And when it's almost cooked, we're going to add all the rest of our stuff. What we'll add is the onion and mushroom mix. We'll add the Beyond Steak seared tips. I'm actually going to throw these in the pan with the onion and mushroom and fry them up a little bit while we wait for the pasta to cook up a little bit. Just give that a little stir in. You can add a little bit of water if you want to that, or even better, let's do some olive oil. I use this kind. You can use whatever you have in your kitchen. Just give it a big old swirl of olive oil. Kind of stir it around to coat the meat or meatless tips that I'm using, mushrooms and onions. I like to fry them up before because it brings out their flavor. Kind of like caramelizes and browns them, fries them up really good so that they're not just boiled and mushy, adding them to the water with the egg-free noodles. So those are almost done actually. It looks like a lot of water, but what happens is when you cook the pasta without draining it, the pasta water thickens the dish as it cools, as it sits when you're ready to plate it. So don't worry about the water. It's probably about 6 to 8 cups. In this pan size, the one thing I don't do really well is measure. I'm not a person that has an easy time going, all right, you're going to add 1 tablespoon or 1 cup or whatever. I kind of just do these videos so that you can visually see and estimate what it would look like for you. I think we're good. Let's lift you up a little bit. Isn't that yummy? Position you there, and we'll hire the burner up to like 4 or 5. We're going to stand here and watch it. Don't leave your meal unattended on the stove. Not only will it stick, but you could risk whatever happening. Alright, let's stir our noodles a little bit here. As you see, I have sour cream in the background over here. We're going to stir that in when this is a little more cooked. This dish probably takes, well, depending, you can do the pasta separate and then add it to your mix. I like to do it, flavor the pasta water and cook the noodles right in it, and then add my caramelized mushrooms, onions, and beefless tips to it, and then put the sour cream and whatever else we want to put in it. I think we're getting good here. So what I'm going to do, it's going to get a little messy. So pardon the messiness. that's part of the fun, isn't it? Do you enjoy cooking? I enjoy doing these videos for you guys. I hope you enjoy watching. I hope it inspires you maybe to try out a dish that I show you, or put more love into your cooking. I mean, you're cooking for yourself and your family. That's a big deal, and you should be proud of that, actually. Now we're adding all of that in. As you can see, I will pick up the phone in a second to show you. It's getting full and flavorful. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Throw it in, plop it in there. It's gonna be a long video, so I'm just gonna finish up a little bit, stop the video, and then maybe do a second video with what it looks like as it's finished. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna add your fried up mix. You can omit the mushrooms. You don't need the mushrooms. Some people don't like mushrooms. I do the mushrooms because it adds a really good flavor to the broth mix that you make for the dish. Now we're just gonna let those noodles finish and let that fried mix that we just put in there kind of get happy. And then once that's done, I'll continue this video with a second video adding the sour cream and stuff. So stay tuned for part 2. Appreciate you.